Well, when you talk about barrel racing, boy, I tell you what, we got the cream of the crop right here tonight. Look at Lindsey Cyr. She's going to be our first one to go. And she, of course, is a two-time world champion, a Calgary Stampede champion, and she is Canada's barrel racing sweetheart. Comes in at 17.617 on her first run.
The reigning champion of the world, Mary Walker, is in here tonight as well, and a very exciting Kaylee Bass on the top end with a 17.199 is the best run we've seen here.
Well, and the cowgirl will come in, turn to figure eight around the two near side barrels, head down to the far side, complete that cloverleaf pattern with a third turn, and pull out all the stops in a lightning fast run for home. And boy, I'll tell you, if there's a cowgirl who can do that with authority, it would be our own Lindsey Cyr. And there's Lindsey getting ready right now. Looks like she's riding Mo tonight as she gets set out there. All right, just kind of settling everything down and getting ready for Lindsey Cyr. She is just about set. We got a little technical difficulty down there in the arena. They're just fixing things up and getting them ready for our barrel races. Now, of course, we do have the penalty again that can be incurred in a barrel race. That in the form of a knockdown barrel in 5 seconds.
That's right. You don't want to do that. We're talking about 17 seconds and change. 17.1 is our fastest run we've seen. Lindsey is ready. We'll bring her in slowly, carefully. Important to have the horse listening to you. The faster you go, the better you do. We time them electronically to 1/1000th of a second. She's stepping on in and away we go. Right-hand barrel first. This is the two-time world champion. That is a beautiful number one barrel. That'll dictate the success of the run. Number two, just as good. Now down to the third ram tough barrel, and let's leave it up. Come on, Canada, look at Mo run for home. Lindsey is looking good.
And Lindsey Cyr is in at 17.879 to go with that earlier 17.6. So she's going to be about 35 and a half, roughly speaking. As you watch it right there, there's that turn and that run for home. Good job. All right, here's our next cowgirl. Look at this on the gray horse. Julie Leggett of Kamloops, another Canadian. She too came in at 17.617. Exact same time as Lindsey Cyr, our two Canadians starting us off.
You have to love this gray horse. Look at the shot of run that this horse has got. Ears back and running for home. The track looks a little slower tonight.
And a 17.785, just got a little bit quicker right there. Nice job by Julie Leggett. Might get her a little check out of Wainwright, maybe even a big check. That's going to take us to one of the great stories in barrel racing. Last year, Mary Walker, the world champion, what a national finals she had.
This is a great horse. She calls this horse Latte. This horse is so smooth around those barrels that if you can be smooth and you can turn a third one like this and run for home, we might call you the champion.
Oh, man, I'll tell you,
nice job, Mary Walker.
Has had to overcome so many challenges in her life. She's been so very good. How about 17.455 to go with her earlier time? She's right in around that 35.0 range.
Oh, that looks great. Next cowgirl coming in down the alley. She's from Terrebonne, Oregon, 21st in the world, a ton of times to the National Finals Rodeo. This is Brenda Mays. Look at her go. That's two, no knockdowns here. The closer you get, the better you do. The straighter the line to home now, the faster you go. That a girl.
And it's going to stop the clock right there in about 17.753. She's in second place overall right now. Our leader is still the reigning world champion, Mary Walker. Here's a young lady who's going to try to change that. Lacey Suter of Cessford, Alberta. She comes in at 17.468. Tremendous success last year in terms of the futurities and the derbies. She rides a couple of great horses, and she is underway right now. Lacey, I want you to do it, and I want it fast right here. Good first. All right, now two to the left. Keep those barrels standing all the way around. Here we go to the far side. One turn to go. Lacey Suter with the run for home, the run for the money. Lacey Suter gonna stop the clock right here. Let's see how fast she's able to get it done. Lacey Suter checks in at 17.909. Good for third place on the board on her two runs.
That is a great job. Beautiful big sorrel horse with a lot of run. 17.909. Next to go, we look for Jane Melby, Bernieville, Oklahoma. All right.
Well, Mary Walker still our leader. Man, oh man, that was such an impressive run that she posted. And what we're going to do right here, and of course the reason for this is we want to keep the ground conditions as close to equal for all of our cowgirls as we can. So we send our rakers out there just to kind of tidy things up around the barrels, because of course these horses are really digging in and going around those barrels. So we want to kind of just tidy things up and get ready for our next cowgirl.
Exactly, that's right. It could become a safety concern as well as the ground deepens a little bit. Jane Melby, Bernieville, Oklahoma, 6th in the world standings right now. This is a very good cowgirl jockey. Now it's right or left-hand barrel first. It's up to the cowgirls. That's a little wide around that first barrel, and obviously the further you go, the more time it takes you. That's 2. Now we need to make up the ground. We need to make up some time. That's a good third barrel. A little wide again as well as she heads for home. How good does she do, David?
Well, the score comes in at 18.076. 18.076 for Jane is going to put her in about 5th place overall. Mary Walker still leading the way. So that takes us to Alicia Stockton of Ballston Spa, Nevada. She came in here at 17.389. I like her first. Second, solid. Now to the far side. Got to save every step you can. Here's the run for home. Here we go. Here comes Alicia across the line right there. Solid run for home. And is in at 17.826 and going to put her in 2nd place. Mary Walker still leads the way.
We look for Mandan, North Dakota's Brittany Fleck next. Brittany has a great horse. She's been to the National Finals Rodeo, and she is a star in her hometown of Mandan, North Dakota. She's been to our Canadian Finals Rodeo. This black horse has got so much speed, and he's hunting that first barrel. That might be our best first barrel tonight. Now let's keep it up. Second one looks just as good. Do we have the right amount of run? Can we leave this one up? I think we can. That a girl. Good job for Brittany Fleck.
And across the line in 17.578, she is now our new leader. All right, Brittany Fleck now has taken the lead. That was a great run, as you pointed out, Doug.
Oh, wow. Nice job.
Well, Victoria Williams, Killam, Mississippi, going to be next. Now she comes in at 2nd place in the Longo at 17.277. Of course, now we're getting to the fastest of the fast through our elimination performances leading up to tonight.
If you're a horse person, there's just something about a gray horse. That one went a little wide around that first barrel. We've got to make up that time now. That's a good second one. She's not out of it yet. Take the third one, leave it up. You can bump them as long as you don't knock them down. The girl ride for home.
And across the line very solidly in 17.820. So Victoria Williams going to be in 3rd place overall now. Brittany Fleck is still our leader. Mary Walker in 2nd. Victoria Williams moves to 3rd. And it all comes down to this. Kaylee Bass, Kissimmee, Florida, the National Finals Rodeo. Kissimmee, Florida, cowgirl Kaylee Bass. And 17.199 coming in. Can she do it, Doug?
You know, I think she can. This is a great horse, and this horse has so much acceleration between the barrels. It's shut down and turned. Now watch the acceleration. We're right back up to top speed. We'll do it again right here. Head down for the third one. We can hear the crowd in the background. We know that she's in the running. Let's go.
Can she be fast enough across the line? In 17.632 and on to Kaylee Bass unofficially. Looks like our champion in a very exciting barrel race. All right, I'll tell you what. That was just a tremendous job. We're going to talk to the champion in a minute. As you can see, the gray horse and Kaylee Bass kind of headed down the track a little bit. Going to come back and but I'll tell you what. Wasn't that a great barrel race? Mary Walker did what you expected, put a whole lot of pressure on everybody. Brittany Fleck came through, and then Kaylee Bass, best of the best.
And Kaylee Bass is only 21 years old. We're going to see her again this year at the National Finals Rodeo. This is going to put her on track. This is one of those changing moments you always talk about in the world of rodeo, Dave.
Well, and Kaylee Bass, you know, you talked about the horse coming in. That combination of great cowgirl, great horse is just what you need. And Kaylee Bass right now is working her way back to our arena. I'm interested in what Katie Lucas and Katie Bass have to talk about right about now, as Katie Lucas has Kaylee Bass at the ready in just a moment. So Boy, I tell you, though, I absolutely love that run, but I absolutely love the whole barrel race. It was exciting right through to the very last run, and the last cowgirl coming in with that lead did exactly what we thought she just might.
Exactly. It takes a great cowgirl on a great horse. What a run tonight.